Well, those temperatures you're starting to see today, kind of a one-off, but we're starting to see those temperatures moderate now. Back to school is coming up. Beside me, Nataxja Cini, who is a family therapist, and we're going to talk about getting your kids ready to head back to school. Some top tips for this. I think a lot of parents think their kids are anxious about it. What do you say about that?
I think parents are more anxious about their kids going to school than the kids are. The kids are, oh, it's school, I'm going to see my friends again. They're looking forward to it. Okay.
So tip number one, reestablish bedtime and mealtime routines. Why?
Why? Well, you know, you've been letting Junior stay up late, Xboxing, or your teen's been up late. They need to start getting ready to go back to school so they're not overtired, and they're actually ready to get up for that, gosh, 7:15 bus that comes bright and early.
Right, okay. And that bedtime routine is very important, isn't it?
Absolutely, because I mean, we all have trouble falling asleep if we're gaming or videoing or watching TV or even on the computer. All that light stimulates us, and it isn't actually preparing our body to get into that sleep cycle.
We take a good half hour by house of set things that happen every single day, and it seems to actually signal his brain, signals my brain a little bit too. I start getting tired.
Oh, same here. I don't, for my rule, my house, no electronics in the bedroom for myself.
Okay, and a lot of these tips actually do go right to what the parents' behavior is. The next one is clear your own schedule. If you can. Okay.
I mean, the week leading into school and even the week after your kids are in school is not the time to have a business trip, lots of meetings, lots of pressure. Okay. If you can clear your schedule at work, that's a great thing for your kids, so you're calmer and you're helping them get back into the school schedule.
I'll try and work on that. All right, number three, remain calm and positive. Harkens back to what we were talking about. Yeah.
So if I'm anxious, my child's going to feel my anxiety, but it's also really important to let your children know you believe in them. And this is important not just for your little kids going to school, but also for maybe your teen and young adult who's now heading off to university first time.
Yeah, that's it's so funny you say that. We're talking about tips all the way through the range of ages too. Yes. Stay organized. This is a challenge for everyone, isn't it? I mean, really, we're having a hard time staying organized, but it does make things easier.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, it's really important that you have a place where the lunch boxes go for the little kids, their school bags, and even in your house, have a place where kids can find extra rulers, extra pencils, extra papers, because you're going to lose your pencil case once during the school year.
Yeah.
And you know, when you have something to do and you're stressed out, the last thing you need to do is panic about worrying to find supplies at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and those kids are more likely to stay on task if something is easier, right? Don't you think? If it's easy to find, they know where everything is.
Yes, and make a place to study, because you know, the desk with all the little knickknacks and little dolls and toys and little cars, you're going to get distracted. Okay.
Now, the next one, I think, especially as you head, and this applies for the whole school year, set real expectations, and those expectations have to be reasonable, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we all want our children to succeed, but you can't pressure your children saying, well, I expect an A+, or if you got, you know, 85, how come what happened to the last 15 marks in the test?
I work with some people whose parents were like that. I've seen that before. There is an entire set of people who believe that that is the way to go about things. Why is your opinion different?
My opinion's different because your kids are going to do as well as they're going to do, but you need to set good expectations, but you also need to support them in how they're going to reach those goals. Talk to them, what is studying? So you want to get a good grade, great, but you have to actually do the work every day. Math's a great example. You can't get a great mark in math if you only study for the math test the day before. Math is something that's accumulative, and other topics are like that. So you want to help your kids, it's building blocks. Every day you have to do something to prepare for the end.
Just one more follow-up question on this same one. If your kid's getting an 82, but you know, because as parents we tend to know, that they're capable of a 90, how do you ask that question, where's the other 8% or where's the other 18%, without setting those expectations? Is there a way to say, how can we do better next time?
I think what you actually need to do is actually talk to your child and ask them how they feel about their marks, because kids know whether they actually put in the whole effort or they just dilly-dally.
Right.
I had one at home who didn't need to study for tests in high school level, but now is feeling the pain at university. So you talk about what is it like to study, how do you study, and how you get you organized, because that's really what it is about.
Reestablish bedtime and mealtime routines, clear your own schedule, remain calm and positive, stay organized, and set real expectations. These seem like good habits is what you want to do.
Absolutely.
There you go. Nataxja Cini is family therapist. Thank you so much for giving us some of those tips and calming me down as we head back to school.